Welcome to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. Brought to you by Contractors Connect, this show dives into real-world issues facing today's builders on and off the job site.
Whether you're swinging a hammer, running a crew, or scaling a business, we've got the insights, stories, and expert tips to help you level up in the building industry.
I'm Sarah White.
And I'm Erin Bacher. And together, we'll be talking shop with industry leaders, tradespeople, and innovators who are shaping the future of construction.
Let's get to work. This is Trade Talk. Welcome back to Trade Talk. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Erin.
And today's episode is a little different because Erin's going to be switching seats from host to guest.
Yep, we're flipping the script. We're kind of recapping the process of our pilot episode of Mini Reno, our new renovation show, and talking about how that went and where that's going.
Yeah, so joining you is going to be Stephanie Wisdom, who is a general contractor and owner of Exterior Jacks, and she really led this whole project. So I'm going to sit down and talk to you both about what the project was like, what filming was like, and hear all the behind-the-scenes details.
All right, let's do it.
If you're in the construction industry and your marketing feels more like a punch list than a plan, it might be time to call in the pros. At Bespoke Consulting, we help contractors and construction businesses get noticed with branding that builds trust, websites that convert, and marketing strategies that actually move the needle. Want to grow your business without wasting time or money? Start with Bespoke. Learn more at bespokeconsulting.com. All right, Stephanie, we're so happy to have you here today. So for our listeners who don't know about Exterior Jacks, tell us a little bit about what that is and what you do.
So we started out as framer jacks. Mm-hmm. We were a small framing company, and we grew and added painter jacks about a year or two into it, and then slowly became exterior jacks. And exterior jacks is where we focus on a full exterior remodel. That is kind of our specialty. So, you know, when your house has a deck that's leaking or anything like that, we take it all apart and put it all back together correctly. New siding, new paint, all of that. So that's kind of what we do. And that's actually why I got my GC last year, so that we could take those projects from start to finish and through permitting and everything.
So let's back up and talk about the jack part of exterior jacks. So you had framer jacks plus painter jacks, and then we brought it all together into exterior jacks. Who's Jack?
So Jack is actually mine and Christian's great-grandfather originally. Then Christian's middle name is Jack, and his son is named Jack. So it is just a family name, and we kind of did a play on words there and brought it all together.
I like that. Christian's your brother, right?
Christian is my brother, yes. So it is, the three owners are myself, and then Christian and my husband, Lance.
Nice. And so what kind of got you into the trades to begin with?
Well, we're from Kansas City, Missouri originally, and when we lived there, we lived on a big farm, and we actually had vineyards and kind of started building there, started learning the trade of framing and all of that. And then we pretty much got to the point where we said, this is too hard to build in the cold. And so we moved to Florida.
Nice.
And that was in 2018, actually right before Hurricane Michael. And sad
I'm
as
sure that was a big jump start to your business.
Yes. As sad as it was, it really did jumpstart who we are.
Yes, and so we're excited you have your GC license now.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of where this project all stemmed from, because you were our first sponsor of Contractors Connect when we brought it back in 2024 with painter jacks and exterior jacks. Framer jacks in Walton County. And then, Erin, you kind of decided that you needed a new space for your office.
Yes, I went down a few rabbit holes.
And you have been, since we've worked together, your office has been many places in your house.
Yes. You mean since you and I have worked together for, what do you think, 9 years now? I have turned my guest room into an office. I've moved it up to the playroom. I've basically put it in the yard. I've done just trying to find.
And you actually had a nook that was built in.
I did.
That was supposed to be your desk space, but then when you started working more from home, you felt like you needed
didn't have enough
dedicated
room for
space.
My piles, I'm a pile person. So Stephanie and I have gotten to be friends. We're about to live real close together.
Real close.
But anyway, so I reached out to her because I had an idea. And, you know, once I have an idea, it's going to happen. I had an idea to have a she shed. I was going to build a standalone building in my backyard, which I still think is a great idea. But
well, and many people may remember that you were doing stories all about your she shed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how this whole thing began. Yeah.
Right.
We were
I decided
walking the yard.
that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, it did, or, you know, along the way, but it went in a different direction. So obviously I'm thinking she shed, I need exterior jacks. I knew that you were getting your GC. You and Lance, was it you and Lance or you and Christian? Came and we walked through my backyard.
Christian and I, yeah.
Yeah, it was Christian, that's right. And even that phase of the project had like 4 or 5 different lives because we couldn't figure out where to put it because of the setbacks, and I'm on the water.
Right.
And so I didn't want to block the view.
Yeah.
And it
had a lot of locations.
It did.
I think we taped off 3 or 4 different spots.
Yes. Had I wanted a she shed, though, could you have built the best she shed in all of the land?
Yes. I had, well, and that kind of came about because we had talked about, I had done the same for myself a few years ago.
Yes.
And built a she shed, and it was my office, and I lived and breathed in it.
Right. And that being said, that project probably would have, or definitely would have been more appropriate than where we landed, but you're my girl, so you had me.
Yeah.
So as we keep going, the she shed, we just can't figure out how to make it work. Cole's getting more and more annoyed as it goes on because he was all for it at first in a certain location, but then I start trying to put it like,
we were going to have to take a tree down.
I make it bigger and bigger, and, you know, it wasn't going well.
Right.
Yeah.
So then we went inside and decided that maybe my dining room could be turned. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a phase.
No, I think you talked about a garage.
Yes.
I mean, not the garage, your attic, building out your attic.
Yep, I did talk about that. And that might have made some sense as well. But Cole wouldn't let me put dormers.
Yes.
He's a roofer.
Yeah, he was like, we're not cutting dormers in.
Yeah, which I feel like was an amateur move, but whatever. And then I said, well, let's just renovate the whole house. Why did you not fire me now that I've never said this out loud? And so Cole doesn't know this, but I don't think he listens to my podcast, so it's fine. But he kind of knows. I told him, and he was like, have you lost your mind? Not today. He did, but he didn't say never.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, let's add on kind of a wing to the back of the house.
From that garden space that you say
I'm telling
wasted.
you, it's a good idea.
It is.
And I mean, I'll do it. We'll do it eventually. But so that wasn't, and I wanted something like now.
Right.
So anyway, Mini Reno began, and we decided that we were going to frame in my dining room and make it a closed-in office, and that we did. And you did an amazing job leading this project. I know it's not your typical project.
No, not exactly. No, our specialty, like I said, lies more in the exteriors, but it was a fun one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun learning the process of how to shoot a show. And I couldn't have done it with anybody else because you knew we were learning this as we went.
Yep.
It took a lot of patience.
We share a type B personality, and it works.
Yeah, we just kind of winged it.
Well, let's kind of walk through the process of, you started it with renovation and then you decided let's film it and make it a show.
Right.
So walk us through the process of the project, but also the filming.
Want to grow your network and your business? Join Contractors Connect, the go-to networking group for professionals in the building industry. For just $400 a year, members get 4 complimentary meetup tickets per year, a featured spot in our online directory, visibility at every Contractors Connect event, and more. Whether you're a contractor, vendor, or service pro, there's a place for you here. Join today at contractors-connect.com/memberships, and let's build something great together.
So it was, open concept house, framed in the 2 walls that were open. Those openings went away entirely. And then we put in a glass door and just completely shut off the room so she has a nice quiet space, insulated it, did all of the things. And then we really did a big built-in. So we had our trim team come in and do that big built-in that has her desk and all of her storage and all the pretty parts of the room. And we did get to do a few corbels in there, which is nice because we do custom cut those. So that was fun. And then our paint
Typically
team.
they're outside.
Yeah,
I have them
exactly.
inside.
Yeah. Outside, inside, that's okay.
Yeah.
And then, we had the paint team come in and put the
love them.
pretty purple on it and make you a very girly, pretty
Your
office.
team, I know we've talked about this a million times, but they're as good as gold. Like you have such a great team, and your trim team is so talented.
Yeah.
It's too bad that you're a little too big to be doing little office built-ins left and right, because they're really good.
You would never know that used to be a dining room. I mean, it looks like the house was built to be like
It
that.
Yes,
should have
it does.
been. It should have been.
Well, you already really have a dining space, so it's kind of wasted.
Right,
anyway.
right.
Yeah. So, no, it worked. It did. It was, like I said, it was a smaller project, but for the sake of the show and everything, I think it was a good one to start with.
Yeah, I think so too. I really appreciate it. And I've enjoyed the heck out of that office. And I'm in there pretty much all the time.
Now do you get to leave?
Right.
And so tell us a little bit about the filming process, because I know you guys kind of had to go back and film things that you had already done because, it wasn't shown on camera and that sort of thing.
Yes, we talked about this before. Like, I learned so much. I would shoot it totally differently now. And to be honest, I mean, I guess we'll air our dirty laundry here. It would be at least 8 minutes shorter, the episode. But we shaved it down a lot. We had hours of video. And then there's some parts of the process that were lost in it that would have been important. So it truly was a pilot. I mean, we learned a lot.
Yeah.
But I would make it future episodes shorter. I don't know. What do you think?
I think, like you said, it was a pilot, and so obviously that's going to be a learning curve. But it showcased everything that you needed it to showcase.
It's doing well.
It did.
I mean, it's people are watching it. People are asking about it.
We're
getting a
calls
ton of referrals
about built-ins.
Yes, everybody wants built-ins. Yes, I think Mini Reno can live on, but to answer your question, would we do things differently? 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole filming process could be a lot simpler. Having done it one time, there was so much content to fit in there.
Yeah, to pare down.
Yeah. But I think I would know how to do it moving forward.
Well, and tell us a little bit about, now that you've got your GC, what are some projects you're working on now?
So right now we are working on a couple different projects in Watersound Beach that are what we really love to do, which is those exterior remodels. So, we've got decks that were leaking, and we are pulling those apart, getting them correct. We're using the Prosoco system, which is, one of the best waterproofing systems, and going through with all of that and putting new siding on and paint. So really what we love to do. We have a couple new house builds coming up as well now that we're a licensed contractor. So a couple off of Chat Holly and Virgo Street that are going to be coming soon.
Nice.
So yeah.
Was one of those particularly important to you?
Yes. One is a big showcase, but it will be my house. So,
Yeah. I'm excited to see what you do with that. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do any built-ins?
Yes, probably. maybe we'll see.
Quick break to tell you about Blueprint, the luxury annual guide to remodeling, construction, and design for the Emerald Coast. Blueprint helps your business get in front of homeowners who are actively planning high-end projects. Through a beautifully curated print publication plus digital and social exposure. If you want your brand seen by homeowners before they choose a builder, designer, or trade partner, now's the time. Ad space is limited and the deadline to reserve is May 1st. Learn more at contractors-connect.com/blueprint. And so let's talk a little bit about Mini Renos and what's next for it.
I think that I enjoyed working with Stephanie so much, and it was important to me. I mean, the timing just fell into place because she happened to be getting her general contractor's license. She is the GC holder for your company.
Correct.
And that's a big deal. I mean, to be able to pull that off, she's got 2 kids, she's doing all the things and doing them well. So I think that the point of Mini Reno was to showcase what everybody can do, but really highlight, yay, Stephanie, you're a GC. You don't see as many female GCs as men.
No.
So I think, and Stephanie said this all along, and I kept kind of going back and forth because I just didn't know what would make sense for us. Like, if I limited this to female contractors, would we be able to do it? I think the answer is there are so many women working in construction in our area that, yes, Mini Reno should be highlighting the work of women. Do they have to be GCs? Do they have to even be the owner of the company? I don't think so. But I think that this should be about women, and I really like working with the women too.
Well, I think there's such a different perspective when you're working with a woman, you know, if it's in this role as the contractor or even the interior designers or, you know, the actual tradespeople. I mean, our paint team is mainly women.
Yes,
and
they're so sweet. They got so excited. I would say, "Do you guys want some coffee?" And they'd be like,
and they, I mean, really and truly, there are so many more women than you think there are in
100%.
the trades. It's just they're kind of quiet and, you know.
Well, that's why we started
back.
Contractor.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that, you know, we got to know each other even better through that. Contractor is only a year old or so. So yeah, and I'm excited to see where that brand goes. But yeah, I think Mini Reno can be a lot of things for a lot of people. We featured several women in it. Angela Reese in the pilot episode has a great little spotlight in there. Phoenix Surfaces did the countertop for the desk. And then also you thought to do the, what do you call it? You call it a backsplash on a desk?
Yeah. It was a backsplash with the, you know, that followed that same curve that you had through the whole room.
Yeah. So. And she did an amazing job. I worked with Carol Ann at Paramount Drywall for the drywall. She attends all of our Contractors Connect events, and she's in sales in the construction industry as a female and a young female.
Well, and this pilot was very lady heavy, and I mean, it was good.
Yeah,
it was good because of that.
Right. Yeah, and then also we worked with Catherine Green a lot. She does the marketing for Builders First Source and Gulf Armor, but she was very helpful in helping, you know.
She was very involved,
very involved in the process. Also, she's a marketer, so she was really helpful in the shooting of it, like kind of helping us make sure everything, because again, we were making it up as we went along, you know. But yeah, a lot of women really shined in this project, and I hope that more women will have the opportunity in the future.
Yeah. All right, so if you haven't watched it yet, where can people find the episode?
The full episode is on YouTube. It is on the Trade Talk channel by Contractors Connect.
So, and Stephanie, how can people reach you to learn more about what you do?
Well, you can call us if you want to see our work. The best place to see our work is on our Instagram. So it's just, if you don't have Instagram, you can go to instagram.com/exteriorjacks, or you can just add exteriorjacks on our page. And so you can see a lot of what we do. You'll see probably some of the Mini Reno in there, but you'll also see a lot of what we mainly do, the exterior remodels.
Nice. All right. Well, everybody needs to go watch the show.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and follow. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thanks.
Hey, Emerald Coast contractors. Big news. Contractors Connect is heading to Okaloosa County for the very first time. Join us March 5th from 4:30 to 6:30 at AJ's on the Bayou in Fort Walton Beach. This is a laid-back, high-value networking event where contractors, subcontractors, and home pros come together to build real relationships. Tickets are just $25 and sponsorships are still available. Grab yours now at contractors-connect.com. We'll see you on the Bayou.
All right. Now it's time for Voices from the Booth.
So this Voices from the Booth was from our Daphne pop-up, which was a couple weeks ago, big success. And the Trade Talk booth was sponsored by LP Building Products.
Yep. All right. So our first clip is beach lumber.
Hi there, we are here at the Daphne Contractors Connect pop-up, and we've had a visitor at the Trade Talk booth, so I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself.
My name is Cade Lemons. I'm with Beach Lumber.
Okay, with Beach Lumber, thank you for stopping by. So, can you tell us a little bit more about why you get excited about coming to an event like this?
Shoot, to meet the people, because that's what it's about, honestly. Is developing the relationships and smiling, having a drink or two, and talking business while still having day-to-day relationship-based talk.
Yeah, this is our first pop-up in Daphne, and I think we've had a really nice turnout.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's beautiful in here. Food's great, drinks are great. You guys are fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a better little pop-up. Come on.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, we had a lot of new faces in that room. It was exciting to see a whole different crowd of people over in Alabama.
Yeah, it was a great event. We'll definitely do it again.
So next up, we have Contact Electric.
We've got another visitor here with us today at the Trade Talk booth, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
I'm Tucker Jordan with Contact Electric, and really excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out for the Daphne Contractors Connect. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you like coming, or why this opportunity was exciting for you?
I think it's a great opportunity for us to come and meet other people and other companies in the trade. It's when you're growing a business, it all comes down to networking, and that's when you can meet as many people as you can and get to know and form personal relationships with these people. It helps your business out, and then also you meet some great friends.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. And then our last clip we have is U.S. Lumber.
We've had another visitor here at the Daphne Contractors Connect at the Trade Talk booth, so I'm going to give you a chance to introduce yourself.
Awesome. I'm Mikey. I am the outside sales rep for U.S. Lumber. Been working with the company for 2 years, and first time here. It's a great event, so looking forward to being here.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for coming out. It's our first time in Daphne, so we're super happy to have you here. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you like, or why this event was exciting for you, or you wanted to come out?
So originally, by the looks of it, you guys can't see it, but you've got local businesses, people that I've seen and I've been in contact with in the industry. You've got customers who I see every single day, and you've just got people who just don't know how to grow their business and wanted to kind of branch out. So it's a little bit of a mix, and you get them all together. There's good conversations, good food, and good products all out here. So it's a good event.
That's awesome. I heard you having a conversation earlier, and somebody said, I've been wanting to meet you. So that was perfect. We were like, that's why we're here.
Right, exactly. So I've not seen that individual for about 2 months. I changed roles, and then he sees me here, and it was like, oh, right back to where we were originally. So
exactly. That's awesome. That's why we're here.
Okay, yeah, he was great. I talked to him a lot, and he wants to do more with us, so we always love to hear that.
It was good getting to know him.
And then I think we have one last clip because we were celebrating Mardi Gras,
That's true.
and that is why we were all dressed so festively.
Yeah, let's see what we've got.
Happy Mardi Gras! Yay!
From Contractors Connect.
That's cutting out.
See you next Tuesday.
Never mind. Let's not do that. She made it weird.
All right. Well, big thanks to LP Building Products for sponsoring the Trade Talk booth at that event. They are great sponsors in lots of locations with us. We love working with Kiffin.
Yep, they're going to be
Jason.
sponsoring our upcoming event in Okaloosa County on March 5th. So we hope to see everybody there. When it comes to internet, faster matters, but local matters more. Live Oak Fiber is your proud community-focused fiber internet provider, delivering fast, reliable internet with symmetrical upload and download speeds. Perfect for both homes and businesses. Plus, with friendly local customer support, you'll always talk to a real person who actually lives here. And this February, new customers can choose either a streaming credit or a gift card when they sign up. Call 850-502-5842 to get connected today. Live Oak Fiber, connecting our communities with fast, reliable internet.
Thanks for having me today on the podcast, Sarah.
You are one of the worst guests I've ever had.
Well, we saw that coming.
It was great talking to you and Stephanie and breaking down the project. And of course, if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out on YouTube. And actually, let's upload it to Spotify too.
We can do that?
Yeah.
Good idea. Let's do it.
All right, thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please give us a like, a follow, share it with everyone you know so we can keep growing.
All right, talk to you soon.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks for tuning into Trade Talk, powered by Contractors Connect, where construction pros connect, share, and grow.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew.
Until next time,
Stay sharp,
stay safe,
and keep building.